Mm.
Is Just So You Know Moments with a twist. Your host, Dr. Jackson Dean, the Pen Slayer. You ready? Let's go. Just like no
This Just So You Know moment is brought to you by Dr. LaShonda, Jackson Dean, and Jackson Dean Investments. Just so you know, Dr. Jackson Dean, the Pen Slayer, says, I am a talk show host, a speaker, a life and success strategist, and an author. I inspire, empower, and coach others to be the best version of themselves. Welcome again to Just So You Know moments with a twist. I am Dr. LaShonda Jackson Dean, your host. So yes, it happened. The disclaimer came through tonight. We had some technical difficulties, but guess what? We're back, people. So let me know. Can you hear me? If you can hear me, give me some hearts, some likes, or something. Let me know your girl is on the air. What was the go and turn and say? Thanks, sis. Michelle Saxon, you are a lifesaver. Thank you for letting me know I didn't have audio. See, sissy, we right here. We right here. Thank y'all so much. We are here, and we're going to start this over again, but that's okay because see, things like this happen in real life, okay? And so let's look at it this way. These are my humble beginnings. And so when I make it big, and we make it big, and the Lord blesses me with my national and international syndicated internet radio and TV show, we can go back and say, girl, do you remember when you used to do your show and your audio would just go out? You remember that? Oh, girl, it was so funny. We were laughing. That's all right, laugh at me, but guess what? What I tell y'all every week. I tell you every week, what is this? This is my practice lab. And guess what I'm doing? I'm honing my craft. That's what I'm doing. I'm honing in on my craft. I'm working on things. I'm getting this stuff together. So right. So this ain't gonna stress me because I know what I'm doing. I'm practicing. I'm practicing for greater later. Y'all gonna join me? Greater later. Thank you. So let's get going. So let me start over because you didn't hear me the last time when I said, I thank God and I thank these social media platforms for allowing me to use these platforms for a virtual practice lab, because that's what this is. While I wait on the Lord to bless me with my nationally and internationally syndicated internet radio and TV talk show, because it is coming, because I believe wholeheartedly it's coming. I want y'all, all the believers, to believe with me that it is coming. And so we've already heard the disclaimer. If anything should happen, we just gonna keep rolling right on through it like nothing happened, unless you can't hear me, and we've already gone through that. So Happy rainy Thursday. As I was saying earlier, Houston weather is so unpredictable. It's hot, it's cold, it's raining, it's foggy, and all of that is happening before you get up in the morning, okay? So, however, I believe the fall season is doing its best to try to bring itself on in here so we can get in our sweaters and our leather and our boots and our scarves and our leather gloves. I know this thing didn't go out again on me. Y'all, did this thing go out? We're going to try and see. Oh, Lord have mercy. Reload the site. Hey, what can I do? What can I say? What can I say? Just don't want it to work tonight. It does not want to work for me tonight. But we're going to keep on pressing on through this because I believe this message needs to get through. This must be one of those messages that the devil just don't want to come out again. But we're going to come out. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, I see some hearts coming up, so I guess you can. I guess you can hear me. Let's try this again. So we're back. We're back on here. Can y'all hear me? Look like we're spinning again. Let me know whether y'all can hear me. Can y'all hear me? Somebody send me some heart. Somebody let me know if you can hear me or not. Nobody said, Paul, can you hear me? Okay, you can hear me. I got some yes ma'ams. All right, thank you so much, my sisters, for letting me know that you can hear me. All right, like I said, we're into the month of November. November is Cancer Awareness Month. Last month, it was Breast Cancer Awareness Month. This month is simply cancer awareness, all cancers. So be sure to check on your loved ones that are battling cancer and help them as much as you can, okay? Ensure that you schedule an appointment to get your screenings and your T cells checked. Through modern medicine, cancer is no longer a terminal disease. If detected early, the cure rate increases. If it's detected early, the cure rate increases. So do your best to stay as healthy as you can. Eat healthy, do your exercises, and get your checkup. If you notice anything different about your health, get it checked out. If you notice a change in your digestive health, get it checked out. If you notice a new mole or skin changes, get it checked out. Do your part to stay health conscious, okay? So tell me, did y'all read the article or did you see the video of T.I.? And for those of you who don't know who T.I. is, and I'm assuming everybody does, he's a rap artist, if you don't know, saying that he accompanies his daughter to her gynecology appointment. What do y'all think about that? He goes with his daughter to her gynecology appointment. When I first read this, let me tell you, when I first read the headline, I have to admit, the first thing I thought was, oh, he has taken an active role and he is concerned with his daughter's health. Kudos to him. Good job, T.I., good job. This was my initial thoughts. But then I kept reading. T.I. says he attends his daughter's gynecology appointments to ensure she's not having sex. So, does it mean that not having sex with a gynecologist? Because that would be the only session that he would have the ability to stop at that particular appointment. T.I., just so you know, your daughter's gynecologist cannot tell whether your daughter is sexually active unless she tells her doctor or she shows signs of vaginal distress and trauma. So stay at home, or at least start reporting about these situations online, in magazines, and on social media or whatever. I don't understand why you would do that. Anyway, but I digress. On the Just So You Know Moment show, we always talk about detecting and correcting. Detect and correct, okay? So, we're not going to be long tonight, but I want you to get this, so let's get started. This week's topic is refuse to be denied. Refuse to be denied. Being your true self is an elusive concept. Unless you was raised in a household where you were told you could freely express your individuality, you have probably become used to someone attempting to dictate who you are and who you will be. So, let me repeat that. Unless you were raised in a household where you were free to be your individual self, you have probably gotten used to somebody dictating who you are and who you were going to be. And I'm hoping that this topic doesn't trigger anyone, and I ask you not to be angry with your parents if they were the dictating type, because I'm sure it was done out of love, okay? They were only attempting to direct and guide you from their lenses of the world. So, from the way that they were raised and from the things that they have seen, this is the way that they were trying to raise you. They were trying to teach you what they had learned firsthand. So don't be angry. Know that you were loved, because you could have had somebody in your life that went ahead and let you put your hand on that hot stove. But no. You had parents that sensed your stupidity from the other room, and all you heard was ah, 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 ah. And when you heard that you knew then to stop whatever it was that you was doing, because you was about to get in some trouble, right? Y'all remember that? Y'all understand that? But to the people that didn't do it out of love, the people that saw your brilliance, your flamboyance, and they said, sit your fast butt down, take your managed butt to your room, they didn't understand that your brilliance was already a part of you, and you were only trying to share it with them. However, they shut you down. I'm here to tell you, refuse to be denied. You spent your childhood, teenage years, and now into adulthood. There are still those that think you're too fast. It's okay. Be fast. Share your brilliance. If you allow those who think this way, they will get not only in your head, but they'll also get into your spirit. There's no telling how long it would take you to root them out so that you can be brave enough to be who you really are. Deuteronomy 31:6 says, be strong and courageous. Don't be afraid and terrified because of them. For the Lord, your God, goes with you and will not forsake you. Now, this reminds me of this lady I would see on Facebook, an older lady, grandmother, and she would always, what I would always remember her wearing is that black and white checkered, that hooded cap, and she would come into the door singing, and I'll always be, something like that. But if you've seen the video, you know who I'm talking about. This lady, as soon as she walked in the door, I mean, bam, she hit it singing. And so, well, Steve Harvey invited this lady to his show, And she sang like no other person has ever sang. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful voice. But now she is a much older grandmother looking for a new break. Now, I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with her looking for a break, but my point is, it probably has taken her this long because of those who got into her head and into her spirit a long time ago when she was growing up. When she was out there and she was singing and she was singing in the choir, she's singing around the house, whatever, they were telling them, oh, you need to hush. You can't sing. The song don't go like that. Or whatever. You know how those people do. This probably kept her in the shadows when she should have been in the spotlight decades ago. So Dr. Jackson Dean is telling you, refuse to be denied. Refuse to be denied. Disclaimer on this though. As far as singing goes, this is an isolated situation. If all your family and friends are telling you you can't sing, and I'm sure you heard yourself before too, be honest with yourself and find yourself a new skill. This lady here could sing. So, I also want to go in here and tell you, for those of you entrepreneurs and business owners, authors, chef, inventors, educators, celebrities, whoever, if you want to put yourself out there and promote yourself on the Just So You Know Moments with a Twist show, contact me at justsoyouknowmoments@gmail.com. All right, back to the privileged schedule show. There will be certain instances in your life where those who attempt to push your brilliance into the shadows, they will want you to shrink yourself to a size that can be handled by their small minds. There will be people who want you to shrink your skills, to shrink your brilliance, to shrink your greatness, just so they can handle you. Because they can't handle you with all your brilliance, with all your greatness, okay? You don't have to shrink yourself for no one. The uncomfortable feelings surrounding the true natures is further compounded by the fact that society regularly asks us to suppress, push down, so much of our emotional, intellectual, spiritual, and vibrance. This is what society does to us, okay? All right? Let me say hello to everybody. Hey, Doc. Hey, Angela. Hey, Tina. Denise, Tracy, Big Daddy, Michelle, Edward. Hello, Wendell. Hey, Tamika. Thank you all for joining. Hey, Glenda. Hey, Anita. Hey, Michael. Thank you to Michael for helping me with my volume tonight. He is such a dear. But what I want you to say, you don't have to minimize your greatness to make someone else feel comfortable. If you find yourself in a situation of such, get out. Let them be uncomfortable. Let them talk, because they're going to talk anyway. Be like Dr. Jackson D and give them something to talk about, okay? Refuse to be denied. Let them talk. On your expedition, get comfortable with the fact that you will be too much for some and not enough for others. And that's the best news you can ever hear, because they're letting you know up front that they are not your people. That's not your tribe, okay? And here's some free game for you. Are y'all listening? Are y'all sure you're listening? Quit trying to make them be your tribe, because they're not your tribe. They're not. If you all are working together, but everything that's done only benefits them, and they don't allow you to ever benefit, that's not your tribe. Thank them for the experience and keep it moving. Keep right on moving on out of there. Have the honesty of a child for your life. When you were growing up, you gave your truest identity. Over time, you learned what was acceptable and what wasn't. And you learned to act accordingly depending on which one motivated you the most. If you were seeking approval, you did what others approved of. If you were seeking disapproval, you did what others disapproved of. This was understandable because during this time, you had approval officers. Essentially, that's what they were, approving officials. Now that you've been taught, you've grown up, and most of you are still looking for an approval official. Well, let's think about it. We're all grown now. When has anyone asked you to be their approval official? Think about it. Has anyone asked you to be their approval official? No one, right? My point is, it's not necessary to seek approval from others. When you do, you give them your power over your creativity and your success. Dr. Jackson says, refuse to be denied. Our truest self exists whether we acknowledge it or not. We allow those to scare us into being buried under our fears and our learned behavior. When we recognize our power, our luminosity, and our divinity, we cannot help but to live authentic lives of appreciation, potential, fulfillment, and grace. Refuse to be denied. That's all I'm saying. Refuse to be denied. Be yourself. Be your authentic self. There will be some approvals and there will be some disapprovals. Long as you know that you are doing what's right and you're doing what's just and you're living your life, you continue to do that. Okay? Explore your creativity. Exude your brilliancy. Let them see your greatness. And don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Deuteronomy 31:6. Remember that verse. This concludes my episode for this week on Refuse to Be Denied. Please join me next week at 8 p.m. on Thursday for the next 7 weeks on Facebook Live, Periscope, YouTube, and all the other platforms for the next 7 weeks. And then we'll be reverting back to Wednesday, I hope so. You can also find me on Spotify. Do a search for Dr. LaShonda Jackson Dean on Spotify. You can see some of my different shows that I have there on Spotify. And I also heard them on several other platforms, Google Music, iTunes, Apple, all of those things. So whichever one is your preference, just look me up, Dr. LaShonda Jackson Dean. For more information on Dr. LaShonda Jackson Dean, the services and the books that I offer, visit me online at www.drlashondajacksondean. See you next week for Just So You Know Moments with a Twist. Bye-bye.